Something you told me the other day made me laugh. You said that like it's with your like gagging thing. Like Gavin has this like weird like gag reflex where even when he's burping, like he burps weird, like ah. It's like really like acidy and weird, and he constantly like retches for nothing, like just on his own.
I told Michael that I almost throw up every single morning, and I have to.
But why?
Because I have this thing where as soon as I change temperature, it makes me want to throw up. Like, it doesn't happen as much here anymore because it's hot, but every time I used to leave my house in England, I'd go from warm to cold, and I'd be there on my doorstep going, like, it would make me almost throw up. And I have to do a weird cough and hide it, like, hide the gag. But I'm pretty sure every time my neighbors saw me come out of my house, I would go.
He said like he'd walk out of his house, be like walk down the street, and then it'd be cold. And then the thing about it is, and I was reminded of this like in New York during winter, it was awful because when it's really cold outside, you go in a diner or a place like that, like they have the heat cranked.
Yeah,
and it's the worst because you go from freezing to like sweating to death. Then you go back outside and you're freaking wet. So then you're cold and you're like dying. So he said like he'd be freezing, walk in the diner, walk out. Yeah, it's just like every time he left the building.
Getting out of the shower, same deal. Almost throw up every time. I don't know what.
Every day of your
I don't know if it's pressure or temperature or moisture. I have no idea what it is, but it makes me gag.
Do you not understand that it's not normal? Like in your brain, are you
really
like, maybe
not
I
normal.
should go to the doctor?
I'm well aware. There's a lot of things that have happened to me where I think I should go to the doctor all the time. But the thing is about going to the doctor, I'm scared about finding out all the things that are wrong with me, so I'd rather not know.
You know what?
You're just gonna drop dead one day.
Yeah,
At least I won't suffer that way.
Yeah, you won't know. Well,
I mean,
that's not true. You could
I might
suffer horribly.
but at least I won't be worried about it.
You're all a bunch of young fucks, so I can't really. None of you are gonna relate to this, but I gotta tell this anyway because it relates to what you just said.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor recently, and I have a history of. I got the prostate. It's one finger, by the way. Not that I could tell. I had to ask.
Not bad at all.
That's a good point, actually. It's like everything would feel like a giant dildo, wouldn't it? I mean, it's
you
an
wouldn't
asshole.
assume that it was two. It felt like one where you're just like, oh, it's not that bad.
It felt like a baseball
Did you ask
bat.
beforehand? Did you ask beforehand or
What's
during?
that? Did I ask for four? What?
I said,
no,
did you
usually went back?
said, did you ask? Did you ask beforehand or during? How many fingers he was using?
I forget, Mike. I'm
Was it like, how many's up there?
I'm not,
or you were like, I just want to get this out of the way. How many is it? Like it's a formality. Or like, oh God, is this normal?
yeah, no, I asked him. I said we talked about the podcast that I do. I called it a radio show because I didn't want to explain what the fucking podcast was to a general physician. But anyway, so I kept asking the doctor. I said, I have history of colon cancer in my family. I should get a colonoscopy. And that's like, if you bring it up, if the patient brings it up, then it's like, oh, it's a difficult subject, so yeah, here's what we'll do this or whatever. The guy wouldn't do it. I had to ask like 2 or 3 times that I wanted to schedule a colonoscopy, and he kept saying, you're too young. Nah, you're too young. Just don't worry about it. Just wait a little bit longer. And I was like, I feel like I'm like weirdo now.
What van was he working at? Just like, don't worry about it.
Michael, pushing you aside like a piece of paper. I'll probably be right.
You're fine.
And then it was the weird one because I kept like working it into the conversation again.
Listen, bro, I'm married. Okay?
About that colonoscopy.
So does it get to the point where you keep hinting at it, and by the end of it, you're like, shove something up my ass, do it?
Yeah, pretty much. I figured I was either gonna have to get him drunk or wait till he was on his period to suggest it.
Wow.
But it was better that you had to work for it.
I didn't
You got
get it.
Right?
He didn't give me the goddamn
I didn't
appointment.
get it.
So now I gotta get.
I tried to get a doctor to shove his fingers up, or a
You
camera.
could probably do it yourself. You could probably do it
Fingers,
yourself.
whatever.
I mean, technology's getting there. Just lodge a GoPro up your ass.
You probably could get a go.
I mean, take
No,
the part.
get a
GoPro Bro.
rotor-rooter.
No,
Like
this is
for
what you
the-
do, this is
for
what you
the
do.
Toilet?
You,
Like a rotor-rooter? You know, like
I'm sure you have a plumber friend from New Jersey who
Yeah.
can help me out.
you could probably take out the lens part of a GoPro, wedge it up at Johnny, and then just broom handle it up there. With a
you know
light on
what?
it.
Hey, somebody had to try the vinegar, right? Why not be the guy that tries this?
Today's podcast is brought to you by GoPro. Brandon had the sponsor sheet in his hand. Listen, I had a friend who was so fucking stupid. He was in college. He didn't believe you could die. He didn't believe you could die falling out of a plane. Because he said, you falling out of a plane, just find a hill
and run, right?
and run down the hill.
yeah.
Like, just like get the angle and catch it and just run down the hill.
I don't know why you don't understand that as working.
He graduated high school. There's no way, Gavin, you could ever catch an angle on a hill and run down a hill
You
to slow
wouldn't.
yourself
You
down.
wouldn't run, to be fair, but you would slow down a lot gentler.
Yeah,
than
you would
if you-
die a huge, like, you would die a lot gentler. Is that what you're saying? Like, you would
Well,
just
you
get
would
squished.
No, you would slow down on the.
You're assuming that you're falling at the speed of fall, and you can angle yourself in such a way that the vector of your force is exactly the same angle as the.
You wouldn't, like, hit it and slide. You'd, like, just slam straight down, whether
you'd
it's a slope
even,
or not.
Even the slightest angle, you're gonna
Every
pencil
time you
into
touch the hill, you will slow down a little bit.
What do you mean touch the
the
hill?
initial
What do you mean
impact
touch-
Okay.
would kill you.
You're coming in like
once
this. It's
you
like
hit it.
you're like whoosh, you're coming in
Yeah,
as the
no,
hill.
no. There's the
Oh,
problem right there. No one falls like this, Gavin, left to right. You're
If
falling
you come-
straight down.
So it's like plane. You don't think you're gonna come out like this along with the plane? You're gonna be coming out.
You're going like this, like you're fucking flying left to right, like you're flying the plane.
If the plane's going at 200 miles an hour, you're falling with a speed of 200 miles an hour that way.
So you're
Yeah,
gonna
but the
hit the
wind resistance is
ground
gonna
at the
slow
speed of
you
200
down.
miles
No,
an
no,
hour.
no. But it doesn't matter. It's like even the slightest variation in the angle between the angle you're
Okay,
falling is
when
still
you see
all
someone,
good.
damn it,
when you see
dude.
someone on BMX and they go over a hill, okay,
BMX is way different.
but it's the same principle. If they're coming over the hill like this, if they land, perfect, they slow down. If they overshoot it, hit the ground, it's like, poof,
It's the same principle the way
God.
that flipping a coin is the same as catching a boulder. It's not the same. It's not the same. You could maybe get the angle right, just the way you go, oh, there you go, set it down. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna get fucking smashed.
No, I think I'm right.
You're an idiot.
Listen, is it possible? Yes, you're not doing it.
I mean, nobody's
You
doing
got
it. What are the
one
chances
shot
on a
at
hill?
it. You got one shot.
How
at
do
it.
you
It's like,
can you aim for a hill?
Did you
Yeah,
play?
yeah.
Did you play that game on the iPhone called Tiny Wings?
Yeah.
Where you the little thing and you go. Huh,
awesome.
and you have to it's exactly that.
There you go.
That's not
Point
that at
proven.
all.
Tiny Wings proved it, Bernie. Why can't you accept it?
It's not that at all. After this, after that event, then I went to go meet the Rooster Teeth group at dinner. They had a group dinner that night. And so I walked in, and the way Barb described it was, because everyone had to reconstruct these events for me, is I walked in to the middle of the restaurant, walked up to our table, and went to them, and I walked up and I go, "You're all drunk!" And then Barbara goes, "Uh-oh." Nice. Then I spent, I don't know, I was sitting next to Monty. I remember at one point, they refused to give me dinner or something.
Who did?
The way.
Oh, really?
Ash actually started secretly like swapping like your water with your alcohol. So like your drink cup was water and your water cup was your drink.
There was foul play involved, is what he's saying.
They were
tricking
trying to slow me
you.
down.
They were tricking you.
I wouldn't have
This
it,
is
though.
what Barbara texted me. Go ahead and read that out.
Barbara wrote, and I kind of remember doing this, is that I stood up at dinner where everyone's there. They've been working so fucking hard. They had this crazy thing where they had to like get their flights canceled. They had a road trip from LaGuardia in New York all the way to
Fuck
Boston.
that.
They were all like completely miserable by day two. Not miserable, but just like exhausted. And so I stood up, owner of the company, I stood up, I held my glass up to everyone at the table. Everybody like stops and looks at me, and I go, "I am Catbug." I slammed my drink and sat down. Barbara said she laughed for about 20 minutes after
Did
that.
you see what I wrote to her in,
No, but you're
in
right.
response to that?
What? Prepare for the fulcrum?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was coming. But the real thing that happened was after that. So this is totally reconstructed by me. So Bethesda, the people who make Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online was a big game.
What a game.
Yeah, very good game. They're promoting Elder Scrolls Online. They had a big party. They had these like parchment invitations that they gave out.
Ooh, fancy.
And so Ashley knew some people there, so she goes, "Hey, we're going to this party, but you're pretty drunk, so I'll just keep an eye on you. We'll be there for just a little bit, then we'll go." And I said, "Aces, let's do it." So we go. And I really had to have a lot of people help me reconstruct this the next day. So I'm doing that thing where I'm like standing like this, like teetering like that.
Just weeble wobbling,
Yeah.
not falling over.
So we get to the party, and Ashley says, she goes, "Stay here." She goes, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." She goes, "I'm going to be gone 2 minutes. Don't do anything. Don't talk to anybody. Just stand right here. I'll be right back. I'll go to the bathroom with you." She goes, No. She goes, "Just stay here. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom." So I said, "Okay." She said she went to the bathroom. She came back from the bathroom. 2 minutes had passed. That was it. And she said, I had bags of popcorn, like that I had just had collected bags of popcorn, and that I was going up to people while they were having conversations at their tables, and I would give them a bag of popcorn. I'd go, "Hey, here, take this popcorn. You're too drunk. You have to go now. You have to leave." You have to leave. And people were leaving Oh my God! I was kicking people out of the Bethesda party.
You're already pushing the limits of what you can get away with.
Jesus.
I had a dude come up to me at our booth the next day, and he goes, "Bernie, I just want to apologize." He goes, "I had a little bit too much to drink at the party, and you kicked me out." He goes, you gave me a bag of kettle corn."
Poor dude, he really put him at the time of his life at his tax party.
Hey, get out of here.
You're just
This corny. Get out of here,
You're
buddy.
too drunk. You need to go home. and it was really late in the evening, so people were like, "I am kind of drunk."
That's like the most ironic superhero ever.
I've seen you when you're drunk though, and you are not a good hider. But you're like, you know that thing where you're like,
Oh my God.
you gotta leave. Get out.
You're making me sick. I'm gonna throw up looking at you. Take your drinks and leave.
Get out, everybody out.
No, Monty's all hooked up. So
Yeah.
Monty
Oh
can
my
vouch for
God.
this.
So Monty, listen, Monty, I want to apologize because you had to sit next to me through all of dinner.
No, it was awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. At one point, Monty, I started eating
I don't-
the clam shells that Monty had.
I
on
don't
his
think
plate.
I've seen Bernie that drunk before.
You don't drink, do you, Monty?
No, I do not.
What's your choice? Behind that.
Coffee. I had like three lattes that night.
Oh, check you
It
out,
was,
Caffeine
it was
Boy.
the best. That was the Saturday, right, Bernie? The Sanchi party.
That was Saturday.
Yeah, Sanctuary Party was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night.
You didn't go to that, did you?
No, you guys all went to that, and I went to the Bethesda thing. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go to it either.
You were busy throwing people out of another party.
I was enforcing.
Did you like grab one of the scrolls and you were like, "I do hereby decree that you are expelled from my court.
Everybody's banished.
Exile yourself from the kingdom."
In my defense, Ashley caught me really quickly in the process. I had a lot of popcorn.
And
You
shut you
only
down.
threw out a few people.
It would have been cool if all those people. It would have been great if all the people that you kicked out formed their own like anti-Bernie party.
But the guy, I gotta find out the name of the
Playing
guy.
popcorn to
If
go
he's
around.
listening, if he's listening, it was the guy. One of the guys I threw out happened to be a fan. And
Yeah.
So he came the next day to the booth and was like, "I'm really sorry. I had a little bit too much to drink." And you were like, "Get out."
I hope you don't think any less of me.
You're a piece of shit.
No, that's awesome.
It was pretty funny. Though.
That was awesome.
It was pretty funny.
That's awesome. You're
I mean,
more a
anybody who
piece of
fell for
shit.
that was drunk too. I was so. Was it Monty? Was there a moment when it was not clear that I was drunk?
No, the moment you walked in, it was very, very apparent.
And also, the waiter like didn't serve me for like 20 minutes.
He gave you were like, he was like, "I'll bring you a plate, or your plate is coming," and you're like, "It's gonna have food on it, right?"
I'm a really nice person. I promise. I promise I am. Oh my God.
Hey, I just got a tweet.
Yeah, what was it?
I just got a tweet from Ashley. I see Bernie forgot to include in his drunk story the part where he pretended an empty chair was Gavin free and made out with it.
I don't know if made out.
That's not a real story, is it?
Come on.
What were you doing?
Monty, do you remember this at all?
I do not remember
You have
this.
to like.
There was one point where there was an empty chair next to me, and I said, "I wish Gavin was here," and then I pretended you were there in the chair next to me.
Yeah.
Things got a little hot.
Yeah?
You know, you have to fucking
Feel like
sign
I
like a
missed
piece
out.
of paper now.
You have to
Something's
understand though,
going
the
on.
way though that breaks down is it's just me making out with empty air.
Yeah.
While I'm drunk.
How is there no video of this?
Oh, thank God, because I have real friends.
I hope that a little
just
bag of
drunk, too.
popcorn becomes the universal symbol of get the hell out.
Apparently, it was kettle corn.
Oh,
The guy even said, he goes, "You were nice about it. You gave me some kettle corn."
Unless you're nice about it. Hey, it's just drunk. You got it out of here.
Just
Here's
to ease the
party
blow.
gift.
I really wish that guy would message me.
That's like a goodie
What?
bag.
Barbara's chimed in. Barbara's chimed in. He even made kissy noises.
Wow, we're learning a lot here.
Apparently, at one point, the menu had velvet on it too, and I was like, had it on my face, and I was rubbing it, talking about how soft it was, and then I was holding it in such a way that I rubbed it, and I stopped, and I think I fell asleep for a few seconds. I'm like holding my own head up with a pillow. But yeah, that restaurant, we're not welcome back at Francesca Villa or wherever we ate that night. I felt so bad because Alan like put that all together, and I just like came barreling in.
Alan might be my favorite person from this company to get bevved up with on those, because he gets you into everything, and then
Dude,
it's just amazing.
You know who's number one.
Rooster Teeth Podcast. I used to wonder what empty read should be Rooster Teeth Podcast. Until you all share the drunk tank with me. Bernie Burns and Gus Sorolla, Joel Heyman and Jeff Ramsey. Sometimes it's Michael, sometimes it's Marshall, but all in all, you are the best. You're the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I bet this will really piss off Gus.